As someone who has worked 12-hour shifts with a 4-hour commute while going to uni full-time, streaming is easily the hardest job I've had. The post-stream social exhaustion is so real, I don't know how anyone could do it every day. Okay, that is, quite the take right there, folks. And that's why this episode of Awful Twitter Takes exists. Let's get into it. By the way, if I happen to sound a bit off, it's because I've been dealing with sinus and throat issues over the last few days, so my apologies for that. So let me make this clear. Online content creation and streaming is not 100% easy mode. There are a lot of nuances depending on what type of content creation and streaming you do. But let's bring some reality here. You are far more privileged and in a better spot when you do what you want to do versus doing what you don't want to do. Imagine being able to set your own hours, your own standards, your own direction, and have freedom above all else. That's the perk of this. You are your own boss. Now, when you contrast that to the real-life world where you have to work your 40 to 50 hours a week type of jobs out of necessity and survival, and not always by choice, there are going to be aspects you don't like about it, but can't do anything about it, and it's not within your control to do something about it unless you want to risk having consequence. And let's take a look at some of the higher scale, higher risk type of occupations. Firefighting, paramedics, surgeons, law enforcement, military, construction, the list goes on. You cannot tell me with a straight face that those are less exhausting than streaming. That is an absolute joke if you think so. You deal with more types of exhaustion in real-world cases, whereas in the online world, the exhaustion is on a much lesser scale. Sure, there's burnout in terms of social and creative situations, but that's why you manage yourself accordingly and adjust. You get to take breaks, and you don't get fired for it. You don't get punished for it. You can do that a lot easier as opposed to the real-world scenario where you have to work even if you don't want to. If 1,000 people were presented with an opportunity to choose between doing what you streamers do and working a 40 hours a week type of job that doesn't give fulfillment or meaning in their lives, I'm sure those 1,000 people would choose the former and not the latter. That much is realistic. Now, don't get this twisted. You are held to a higher standard when you are an online figure, as what you say and what you do is under a microscope. But that comes with the gig, and you can't control what others say and think about you. And honestly, this kind of feels like deja vu, because I remember addressing something similar some time back. But I wanted to touch base on this here because it's important to recognize reality for what it is. Sure, online content creation is not always easy. You spend hours of your day filming and editing videos to make sure everything is up to par, and it varies depending on what type of content creation you do. But the reality is that when you stack it up to real life work is more exhausting in more cases than not. That's just plain fact. Anyways, I kind of just wanted to share some thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your time as well in viewing this video. Have yourself a damn good one, you beautiful people. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you guys next time.